It's that time of year again. Grand Junction, Colorado, here we come. Well, not just yet. So I'm sitting here minding my own business, and guess who calls? One big call helps decide the outcome on the Falcons' home turf. Another close one on the new pitch. Who pitches the shutout? They are teeing it up down in Florida. The latest leaderboard.
Hi, I'm Grace Wettengale, member of the Saints soccer team, and Bluffs Sports Zone starts now.
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, talk about a broken record. And if it is broke, then don't fix it. That's the story of the Iowa Western baseball program, as the 8th-ranked Reavers have done it again. Big Blue, fresh off its 12th straight Iowa Community College Athletic Conference title one week, wins its 12th straight regional championship the next. Not bad for a team that kicked off the season at 4-5. Iowa Western will next lay its hat down in River Grove, Illinois, site of the Northern District Tournament. The winner books a trip to Grand Junction, Colorado, and the College World Series.
We weren't ourselves at all hitting-wise, so the pitchers really had to. It makes it harder on the pitchers because they got to be really fine. Everything's mental, and things got mental for us, and it's really hard to play a really good team like Marshalltown for like the 11th time.
Like, it was a little wake-up call for us, and I think that next weekend we'll really come out and just take care of business like we know we can. We need to play on our own skin and not really worry about what the results are going to be. We just got to play our Western baseball.
I feel like this team has more, I don't know how to explain it, but we have more fight in us. I feel like we have a lot more to prove. We have a lot of guys that haven't always been the guy.
1, 2, 3, go!
We feel like we can beat anybody with our talent, our pitching, our hitting, and it's scary if it all clicks at the same time.
I think it's just a mixture of everybody. Everybody's different, and we just vibe.
I've told you all year, I mean, we've been missing on our cylinders, you know. I don't want to say it's Jekyll and Hyde, but you know, like most people and most teams, we're our own worst enemies sometimes. So, you know, you got to get hot at the right time. I don't know if we've, had that time yet.
3 good ones.
We could win the national championship, and it's not going to change anything. They're going to have memories, but they got to go on with their life. If we lose over in Chicago, we can all agree. I mean, we lose, and that's disappointing, but you're going to go on with your life, and you just have to be a link in the chain. You know, the Jared Gates and the Matt Lloyds and the Matt Hogues don't have to go 12 for 13 this next weekend. I mean, they just don't. But they have to have quality at bats, and they have to have in a bat what's asked of them, that AB with where runners are and stuff. That's all that has to happen. And guys need to trust in that. Guys need to believe in that, and they need to believe in themselves, and they need to know everything's going to be okay.
Lessons learned from someone who's been there 10 times over. Iowa Western once again 1 weekend away from the promised land. But if the past is any indication, then so the Reavers are one step closer to their home away from home, Grand Junction, Colorado, and of course, the College World Series. The field is set for the Northern District Championship Tournament. Now, the host school from Triton is the #1 seed, followed by the Reavers, South Suburban, hey, look at that record, and Wabash Valley. So there you have it, the Final Four, double elimination. Iowa Western opens up tournament play against South Suburban on May 20th, 4 o'clock. The Reavers and Bulldogs, get ready, here we go again. Meanwhile, the soccer postseason pate is almost here. But first, a couple of inner-city showdowns. But up next, an unexpected visit with the Bud Man when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council of Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
Get your ass out. You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No. Ow.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Council Bluffs' own Ron Stander stood up to Joe Frazier for the World Heavyweight Championship back in 1972. Smokin' Joe stopped the Bluffs Butcher in 4. Now, decades later, yours truly got to know a young teenage boxer from Omaha. Now, I was there when every other TV station in the metro showed little, if any, interest in Terrence Bud Crawford. And the rest, as they say, is history. The Bud Man, as I've always known him, is the WBO Junior welterweight champion of the world. Now, after he won the belt in Scotland, the new champ gave me an exclusive interview for the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, Crawford almost staged his first title defense at the Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs. The night after the Bud Man successfully defended his title for the first time, well, he called me up. And now? And so, I'm sitting at my desk recently. The phone rings. It's Red, one of Bud Crawford's guys. The Bud Man is in LA to officially announce his next big fight. And they want me to do a phone interview with the champ. And I said, of course. He's the World Boxing Organization's junior welterweight champion, Terrence Bud Crawford, 28-0, 20 KOs. Victor Postal's the World Boxing Council's super lightweight champ, 28-0, 12 KOs. They'll step into the ring at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, July 23rd. The Bud Man gave me a ring the day of the big announcement.
Where you been? You ducking me?
No, I ain't ducking you. You ducking me.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
It's like he said. You know, he's ducking me. What's the real deal, bud?
JJ, you know me better than a lot of these people know me.
Right.
And you know I'm not ducking anyone. So
that's the Bud that I know. I agree.
So that me ducking any fighter, you know, that's not true.
For show that this guy says this Bud to sell tickets, or is he just off his rocker?
He's off his rocker. I don't know what's wrong with him, but you know me personally.
Yeah,
I'm not ducking nobody. This is the best fight in the division. This is the fight that solidifies me as the best in the division, the number one. There will be no question about it.
Because you understand that even though some rate you, top 10 pound for pound, one of the best in the world, that because of some of your opponents and their maybe they weren't up to the proper weight to fight you. One, Gamboa, their Sam was a blown-up featherweight, et cetera, et cetera. For whatever reason, a lot of people out there have some questions about you. What do you say to that?
Well, come July 23rd, all your questions will be answered in a spectacular fashion, and I'm looking forward to being victorious.
All right, well, that's what every fighter says. You know that, Bud. I want to hear the Bud that I know. Are you going to fight your fight? You going to school this guy? Are you going to go into the ring like I know with poise and calm and figure it out like you did Gamboa?
I'm always calm, JJ. I'm
always
calm. I'm always posed. I always go in there and feel my opponent out and capitalize on his mistakes and adjust to whatever he brings to the table and get the job done.
I can remember you telling me at the Civic at the Golden Gloves, you can fight orthodox or southpaw. You've been a thinking man's boxer forever. Do you think the experts out there understand that? They don't get the fact that you're probably the smartest guy in the ring?
Well, some of them don't, because some of them like to see blood, sweat, and tears. But if I don't got to get hit, I'm not going to get hit.
What about this guy? He's got a bigger reach than you. He's a little taller than you. But if I know you, that really won't present a problem.
Oh, not at all. I didn't fought plenty of people that was taller than me, longer reach than me. That just made for a good fight.
How much does emotion play into this? Do you go in there with emotion, or do you stay under control, or do these guys get under your skin?
I'm always controlled. I'm always under control, and that's how I've been since a youngster, and that's how I'll continue to be.
So this guy's not going to say anything when you're at the pressers, or that's going to really, you're just going to play the game, so to speak, for the show, but you're still going to be...
I laugh it off.
Will you train any differently, Bud, or it's just going to be the same routine?
Same routine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, good. Good luck, man, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
I love you, Bud.
I love you, too.
Now, the Bud man went on to say he's going to go postal on Victor Postal and knock him out. And me? Well, I'm just honored that Bud remembers. He remembers when I was the only TV guy at the CW Boxing Club. Yes, the Bud man remembers when I was pretty much the only TV guy at every Golden Gloves fight with him, his family, and friends. Yes, Bud remembers, and for that, I humbly say, thanks. Want to be humbled? Play golf. What's next for the Iowa Western golf teams? But next up, St. Albert, Thomas Jefferson, ×2, after the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed SportsMed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed SportsMed invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed SportsMed.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
It's been an up and down season for the St. Albert and Thomas Jefferson's boys soccer teams, but throw it all out the window when the Falcons and Yellow Jackets go toe-to-toe. Class 1A and 16th ranked SA runs with Class 3A TJ. Now, this is always an interesting match, just filled with emotion, a lot of near misses, and a lot of what could have beens. And this time, no exception. Here's former IWTV student and recent college graduate, Dylan Lindberg.
Good luck, guys. Great game, guys. Good luck. Good luck, Coach.
Crosstown rivals face off as St. Albert battles Thomas Jefferson. 13th minute, Falcons' Charlie Donaldson just misses to the right. A few minutes later, Rodrigo Barajas with a laser, but can't connect. Birds with a corner kick. Donaldson gets his head on it, but again can't find the back of the net. Frustration starting to set in for the senior. Jackets now with a chance, but Kyle Barnes with one of his 13 saves, scoreless at the break.
Whistle to blow and then decide what we're going to do. We've got to get it going here. You know, that first half.
TJ coach Matt Young wants his team to keep fighting. Second half corner kick for Thomas Jefferson, but again, Barnes is there for the save. From one Donaldson to another, Max Donaldson misses right. St. Albert with 19 total shots on goal. Just like the great Bill Raftery says, send it in! But the Falcons keeper keeps denying any chance. 80 minutes, not enough, so we go into overtime. Birds on the attack. And Jackets' Jose Escobar is called for the penalty. Home team is awarded a penalty kick. Rodrigo Barajas with the PK and connects. St. Albert tops TJ 1-0.
It's always raised up a level, you know, where sometimes you some of the kids take it for granted, you know, when you're playing some of the teams. But the city teams, all the boys on, coaches, everybody's fired up. The fans are there. It's just another level up.
Yeah, we knew we had the opportunity to get the city championship, so we were all pretty pumped up for that. So it really helped us mid-game. So.
I felt pretty confident about the PK, and one step closer, you know, winning state championship, one step closer, like going districts and going up with the state. It felt pretty good, and you know, I'm hoping best for forward, you know.
Kicked in gear when you guys start running out of time. You know, every game, you know, that we play, no matter whether it's conference or whether it's a city game or just a game that we play during the season, they're all hopefully benefiting us and going to make us better in the postseason. I mean, that's what it's all about anyway.
I mean, it's always fun to come out and play hard. I mean, these types of games are very competitive, and it's just always fun to play these really competitive games, and it was a really good game overall.
Good game.
Coach Lorkovich told me after the game that these in-town matchups show toughness and physical play, and the Falcons have now beaten the Jackets 4 out of the last 6 years. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Lindberg.
Thanks, Dylan. Now the Falcons won over the 500 mark at 9-8 with 2 regular season matches to go. The Jackets 5-10. The Lynx played their best game of the season and shut out Glenwood 1-0, but still AL 3-10. Lewis Central 3 games under 500. And now to the girls. St. Albert pays a visit to that brand spanking new stadium to pitch in against TJ. Another one-goal game, perhaps? Well, I do know this. You couldn't have picked a better night.
Number 10, Tyra Conti.
TJ playing without its leading scorer and a couple of key backups.
1, 2, 3.
Tackles the 8th-ranked Class 1A team in the state. First half, the Jackets' Josie Starner throws it in. Out to fellow sophomore Tyra Conti. And it's wide right. Corner kick. The home team, just 5 shots on goal. St. Albert here with 6. Scoreless at the break. Early in the second half, Thomas Jefferson's Danielle Mefford with the breakaway. TJ, 17 shots overall. And the Saints, 6. Tegan Blackburn. Less than 13 minutes to go. Jackets on the attack. Morgan Garcia with the cross. Morgan Gann knocks it in, and TJ's on the board. Now, time running out. The Yellow Jackets again. Tyra Conti, left foot near post. Thomas Jefferson shuts out St. Albert 1-0.
I was really pleased with the effort. And I'm going to tell you, my defense played incredible. And St. Albert's defense played probably just as good, if not better. I don't honestly know if we had 10 shots total on goal between the two of us.
I seen Garcia coming in, and I didn't think he was even going to make it to me, but luckily the defender right in front of me had missed it, and I was able to just tap it in through the defenders. I was really surprised. I just put my hands up and I just smiled.
We didn't deserve to win today. Credit to them. Mark had his team fired up a little more, and we just kind of went through the motions, and I felt we took a step backwards today.
We played around with it a lot. Like, we had good possession, but we just couldn't finish, and they did a really good job of sending through balls and getting girls there and getting shots on goal, whereas we just couldn't get a shot.
So the Yellow Jackets knock off the Saints for the second time in 3 years, and St. Albert back to the drawing board. The Saints drop 2 of 3 at that big Waverly Shell Rock tournament. SA still 10-6. TJ goes 0-2 at that Urbandale event. The Jackets now 6-8. Abraham Lincoln shuts out Trainer 1-0. The Lady Lynx 7-6. And number 2 Lewis Central has still yet to lose from a team from Iowa. Up next, our play of the week. 1 shot's all it took. Hey, who's making the shots down in Florida? The Nationals. On the other side.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Your future is here at CBTV. You're in the game. You take the shots. It's your story. The Media Studies program at Iowa Western. Real reality TV starring you. For more information, go to iwcc.edu. The Iowa Western women's golf team wins its regional tournament and qualifies for nationals. And these Reavers? Well, they have a shot. 17 teams are teeing it up down in Daytona Beach, Florida. And Big Blue Senna Ursoy won the regional and is one of the top junior college golfers in the nation. The numbers are in from the Hills course at the LPGA International. Iowa Western's in 8th place after the first of 4 rounds. Now 5 Reavers on the board. Bilgic tied for 8th, just 7 shots off the pace. The host school Daytona State sits atop the leaderboard. Now the guys tee it up down in Florida the next day. All the results from both the women and men's national tournaments on our next show. And now it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. Old friends St. Albert and Thomas Jefferson shake on it at the new and improved Wickersham Stadium. Now scoreless, less than 13 minutes left in regulation. One Morgan, Garcia with the cross, and the other Gant with the finish. The Yellow Jackets shut out the Saints 1-0. Freshman Morgan Gant with our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Call 712-749-1990 to register today. And so another interesting week goes into the books, and of course there's more where that comes from, so stay tuned. As always, remember to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Zach Harper-Blunt. And so, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.